Okay, let me in fact also join now another very special guest. Joining us to discuss Operation Sindoor and its fallout now is TV Mohandas Pai, Chairman of Aarin Capital and former CFO at Infosys. Thank you for speaking with us today. How significant, according to you, is the change in India's doctrine on terror and the fact that now any terror attack will be considered an act of war?
Well, I think it's the first time we had a Prime Minister of India saying very clearly that we are not going to tolerate any terror attacks, and he will take all means to make sure that the terrorists pay for it, including going across the border, hitting them where it hurts. It's the first unequivocal statement of a Prime Minister of India, and this new doctrine saying an act of terror is an act of war means when you are at war, you have full freedom to attack and take all steps for your defense. So I think it's a very, very significant statement, and it's very clear doctrine that no longer are we going to tolerate this. You send terrorists, we're going to go after you, and we don't care, and we're going to do it. And by doing it, he has demonstrated very clearly that he means what he says. So I think it's a very, very significant step forward and very, very clear.
What are your biggest takeaways of Operation Sindoor, Mohandas Pai?
Well, the biggest takeaway is the precision and the planning that India did. India took her time. She planned properly, hit 9 targets. That means we know all the training centers of all the terrorists in Pakistan. We are tracking them regularly. We know where they are, what they're doing. And we hit 9 targets all at once. The precision with which they were hit and the records that we got, we did not cross the border. We sent our missiles. And then after we hit them, we got all the evidence that we have hit them very carefully. We selected no civilian casualties. It's a fantastic exercise. And then we waited for any retaliation. And when we came, we had multiple lines of defense. Multiple lines of defense to take care of low-level drones, to take care of any missiles flying at high speed in the sky, and other missiles, low-level missiles, which are of short distance. And we had multiple levels of defense, and none of the levels of defense were breached, and it worked. And our ability to retaliate against what Pakistan did again by massively bombing their defense infrastructure for the Air Force was fantastic. And the restraint that India showed to say that this is what we want to do, this is what we'll do, you hit us, we'll hit you back 10x, and we have done that, etc. And then hitting that place, that Kilana Hill or whatever it is, which is where they have the nuclear warheads, supposedly nuclear warheads, hitting them and showing them you are defenseless, we can come when we want, we can hit you where we want, when we want, at time of our choosing. That was the biggest message. And the restraint showed that, we're very focused, we're going to do what we have to do, and that is it. I think that is fantastic. This showed the kind of technology, planning, precision, targeting, and all the forces working together to say that we are done. I think.
Do you also believe that Operation Sindoor has shown all Indians the true face of Western media, the way they are whitewashing Pakistan?
Yes, we know the Western media has been biased against India for long for various reasons. Because in Pakistan, most of them get easy access to all the top people. They're fitted, their hospitality is very good. They're probably given a lot of goodies to speak their own language. And they feel very big and great there. Whereas in India, they come like any other media and nobody cares a damn. Nobody says they're special. And some of these white journalists think they're God's own creatures when they go to emerging markets. And they should get direct access to everybody. They're part of the elite there. Even though in their own country, they don't carry any weight. And now their ego gets bumped up. And you saw a lot of them there. You saw the CNN man mouth inanities, mouth the propaganda of the Pakistanis. It's so funny. The CNN person was saying, this is what Pakistan said. Then Pakistan turned on CNN has said that planes have been shot down. I mean, it's so ridiculous. And the lies were totally exposed. The credibility of all the Western media has now been demolished, especially in Pakistan, and it has been seen by everybody. And in social media, we see so much of push.
Not just Pahalgam, forces also avenging IC-814 through this attack, 26/11 through this strike. Why do you think it took us 26 years to take out terrorists like Rauf Asgar, Mohandas Pai?
Well, it took us 26 years because they did not have Prime Minister Modi. We had a Prime Minister earlier who was afraid to decide, who did not decide, who was afraid to strike. and who thought the Pakistanis really want peace. The Pakistanis don't want peace. They build on hatred for Hindus. We know that. We can see the utterances. It is a religiously dominated jihadi force. They acknowledge it themselves. The army said they are a jihadi force. Jihad is a part of their overall strategy, and that's what they want to do. And Modi stood up to them, and that's good. So we had strong leadership, a leadership which was prepared, a leadership which had built up the Indian defense industry, who had invested and was ready, and the armed forces were given full authority instead of a very weak, indecisive leadership earlier. In fact, after 26/11 in Bombay, we should have gone and attacked them. We should have done this long ago, because 26/11 was horrible. They came inside our main city and killed our citizens, bombed them, shot them. I mean, no country should tolerate it. And this government of the day tolerated it. It's a cowardly government. They did it. And I think that's very, very wrong. And that encouraged Pakistan to keep on doing this. Now I think Modi has made sure that you come and do something, you're going to hit so badly that you'll forget your parent.
Yes, and my final question to you, do you believe pictures of state funerals coming in from Pakistan of terrorists are also proof that even the global community cannot deny about Pakistan being a haven for terror and the connection that terrorists have with the, the top people in Pakistan?
Yes, I think it was stupid on them to do it. They probably were doing it for local consumption, but very stupid. It showed the world that they are liars, cognitive liars. They live in delusion and denial, and it is very open. You can see the Pierre Morgan show. I think very open, and it is stupid on their part to do it. They thought they can lie and get away again because they've been lying into their teeth, and the West has been tolerating them. Now I don't know how the West will tolerate them because they're irrelevant to geopolitics. But in any case, they shot themselves in the foot by giving such clear evidence. But the military has also said that the jihad is their military doctrine. I mean, it's crazy. Jihad is a military doctrine. I mean, no military should make such comments, but they made the comments to the public, and I think that shows them for what they are. These are all biryani generals. These are all biryani generals who eat biryani every day and grow fat and thumb their chests and say, we're going to take you out and do all kind of nonsense, big bullies. But I guess they have no stuff to do it. And I think there was no stuff to do it. There's an interview of Imran Khan who said that General Bajwa has been telling him that Pakistan is incapable of taking on India. And he said, he's been telling me for all along, but there's a state secret. He shouldn't be talking like that. That's the statement that he made in that interview. But whatever it is, I think it's a very decisive chapter in India's fight against terrorism and India-Pak relationship. Now there's no relationship. We don't want to deal with Pakistan. We don't want anything to do with Pakistan. And we don't want to talk to them. We don't want cricket. We don't want trade. We don't want anything. And as far as we're concerned, they don't exist. And if they come and do anything to us, we're going to hit them so badly that they're going to have a broken nose.
All right, Mohandas Pai, I appreciate you joining us with your perspective on that big story.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.